Hey y'all, welcome back to Real Raw and Sweet Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning member to the Soul Tribe, welcome back, Libra. This is your reading. It's been 2 weeks. How have you been? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling froggy? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling lovey-dovey? What is the energy? What is the vibe? How has this retrograde been treating you? Like, honestly, y'all, how have you been feeling? I've been making it very clear. I've been making it a point on every sign that I've been doing. This retrograde is about exes returning, past situations resurfacing, and this is also a testing time period. We are in retrograde all the way until March 20th. So you could literally feel like you have been getting tested time and time again, and it's really up to you whether or not you are going to fail. This is basically saying like situations that have played out in the past where you have repeated the same mistakes. Are you going to make the same mistake again? Are you going to take people back in your life that have left for a reason? You know what I mean? So I feel like that's very, very important. And as Libras, and as a fellow Libra myself, I really do feel like we have a lot of people that love our energy, and they realize when we're not in their life anymore, like, wow, nobody is like Libra. And I feel like I'm not going to get that connection friendship wise, relationship wise, anything. I'm not going to get this from anybody else. So I always have to make my way back in some way, somehow, or always stay watching Libra some way, somehow. So yeah, Libra, I'm gonna just throw that out there. You could have somebody that always watches your page no matter what. You guys could have been separated for 4 years plus, okay, honey, but they still watch you, like literally. I feel like we just have that effect on people. But I did want to say my only pre-intuition thing that I got before starting this reading is I saw balloons. When I cleanse your energy, cleanse your space, prayed, did my meditation with my eyes closed, I saw balloons clear as day. So I don't know if somebody is having a celebration soon. Balloons do always go to pregnancy, personally, for me. When I do readings, if I think of balloons, I think of pregnancy. Like, I don't know why, but I do. So somebody could be pregnant. You could be finding out you are pregnant in the month of March, okay? But nevertheless, Libra, it is time to start your reading. We're going to start your reading off with a 3-card pull from the tarot. Go into the Lovers deck. This is like one of my oldest decks, one of the best ones, okay? And yeah, we're going to end it with intuition cards. So for Libra, what you need to stop doing, what you need to focus on, and what will bring you more peace. For Libra, what do they need to stop doing that's hindering their growth? What does Libra need to stop doing that's hindering their growth? Judgment in the reverse. Wow. Okay, Libra, this is about to get a little raw. You know, this is Real Raw and Sweet Tarot after all. There is like something within you that has a very, very easy judgment of other people instead of having that judgment towards yourself. And you want to know something? I'm just going to say it in a psychological standpoint, not even saying this is something that I do. I'm just agreeing as far as for anybody in the world. It's human nature to judge other people before you would judge yourself, because it's easier to not pick yourself apart than to pick somebody else apart. And I know that sounds deep, and I'm not saying that it even goes that far for you, that you even do that to people, but I just feel like it's something within your character or something like that. Also, judgment in the reverse is lacking self-awareness. So if you are repetitively doing something, or you are doing something that you know is kind of like not cool, or it's not how you want to be portrayed, or it's just something that you know, wow, I know I need to stop this type of energy, you are ignoring that self-awareness, and that is hindering your growth in some type of way, because however you're supposed to develop, you're not developing properly. Especially it could be in communication, it could be literally in relationships, because if you're constantly judging people and not having the self-awareness of how you do that, that could play a huge role in all relationships in your life, just period. So wow, you definitely should stop doing that. Yeah. Stop not looking in the mirror, because the Judgment card in the upright is taking a look in the mirror and really seeing what parts of yourself in the inside that you need to change. So This got deep real quick. What does Libra need to focus on? What does Libra need to focus on at this time? 5 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Knowing when to not argue. Libra, what is going on? I feel like maybe this retrograde has been pretty intense for you. You could have gotten an argument with somebody. There could have been a lot of back and forth, a lot of tension. It could have been with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, okay? But know when to have a ceasefire. I said that's so funny. Ceasefire. But seriously, know when to have a ceasefire. Know when to hang up your armor, your battle sticks. Like, calm down. You know what I mean? Hang up your sword. Focus on not arguing. Focus on not having tension with people. I feel like maybe, I don't know if it's coming from the judgment type of energy, or how you've been like calling people out on their shit, but then when somebody calls you out on yours, you can't take it, or you never like to talk about you, or you never like to judge yourself because it's, like I said, it's easier to judge other people. I don't know if that has been causing arguments with people. Like, when you speak to people, they could feel judged by you, and maybe that's what's causing some of the arguments. So if your focus is the 5 of Wands in the reverse, yeah, that is a little wild, I will say. It's just showing that you need to calm down in your conversations. Like, and this doesn't even have to be like full-blown argument, full-blown fighting, physical altercation. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be the always feeling like you have to get the last word. That's another thing that the 5 of Wands is, because it's constant back and forth. Like, this person, just because this person is replying, you don't have to reply again. You don't have to. You don't have to. You really don't. As hard as it is sometimes, and I really get it, and I'm speaking from myself now, but as hard as it is sometimes, I forget what other sign I told this to. It doesn't even matter. But I said, go type it in your notes. When you really feel like you want to cuss somebody out so bad, when they say something crazy in a text message to you or on the phone, even on the phone, for an example, if somebody's on the phone and they say something crazy to you, I'm not gonna lie, just hang up. And I know sometimes that really pisses people off, but I feel like that's the best thing to do to de-escalate your energy. This is just my opinion. This is just my advice. You don't have to take it, but I'm giving it. Yeah, really, just hang up. And I feel like that kind of lets a person know, okay, Libra's shutting down right now. They don't want to hear what I have to say, because we don't. We don't. Just period. It's because sometimes you need to let your brain have those minutes of rest and reset, so then you can go back into the conversation cool, calm, and collected. Because if you're just ready for what the person is going to say so you can respond, listening to respond instead of listening to understand, it's going to be a constant battle between both of y'all, because they're just waiting for you to respond so they can see what you say, so they can get smart, even more smart back. You're waiting for them to reply, so then you could be like, all right, let me see what they gonna say, so then I know how I'm gonna reply. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are constantly in the battle of doing that. So yeah, that your focus needs to be on not arguing, not going back and forth, not always feeling like you have to have the last word, and feeling like just because you're replying, that's getting the one up, because no, it's not. You could be the last one to reply every time you argue with a person, and they still not give a fuck what you're talking about. They still don't honor what you say or respect where you're coming from. Like, you just have to be realistic. Sometimes knowing when to stop really makes a difference, because you'll really see if a person care or not when you really stop. And then you have the Emperor here for what will bring you more peace. Leading your life differently. Really, really being a true leader and standing on principles and things that you know that you want. Okay? So I feel like if you've been slouching on yourself in any type of way, or you haven't really been stepping into your power, or you feel like you haven't really been like an authority figure, like somebody that you like, would you want your kids to look up to the type of person that you are? I feel like that's a huge question and a huge good way to put it. Also, are you leading your life in the direction that you want? Like, is it time that you really finally strap on and put on the buckle? Like, okay, pedal to the metal. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, y'all, but literally lead your life differently. Have discipline as well. And I feel like you are controlling situations a lot better in your life. That's also what's going to bring you more peace. learning how to control situations in a disciplined leadership type of mannerism. Like literally. Like, would I want to handle a situation like this 10 years from now the same way I would have 5 years ago? Would I want the way that I judge or the way that I don't take accountability and self-awareness, or always feel like I have to keep going back and forth with somebody? Do I want to pass that down to my kids? Do I want my children to witness that? And even if you don't plan on having children, or you don't have any kids at all, it's just like, do you want to look in the mirror a couple years from now and not recognize yourself? Ask yourself that. Oh my God, Libra, why did it get so deep? Like, why did it get so deep? I didn't even mean to. Spirit's really talking today. All right, let's see. What's coming out for Libra for the month of March? For the month of March is the month of motivation. Okay, that's personally what I like to say. It's the month of movement. So hopefully there's been a lot of movement in your life, and I hope you have been motivated to do the things that you feel like you can't. Okay. All right. Perspective, better off, happiness, clear headspace. Okay, Libra. Wow. Like I said, I haven't used this deck in some time. So seeing these cards again just like re-humbles and like, I don't know, it reignites my heart. Because this card right here, it usually always has to do with the sign that I'm doing. It's usually never the other person. So I feel like your person doesn't feel this way. I feel like you do. Maybe you feel like somebody's better off without you, or you'll be happier without somebody. Also, you know how I just said sometimes you need a mental reset? And here's this person standing on the beach alone, listening to the waves, listening to their thoughts, listening to their spirit guides guide their intuition in the direction that it needs to go, because sometimes silence is really what you need to get the answers, literally. So I don't know if some of you guys are feeling that way. We will see. And then mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul, nourish, self-growth, self-focused, and soul finding, period. Some of you guys could be wine drinkers, or you could take bubble baths a lot. Clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying. Oh shit. All right. And then we have return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. Libra, this comes out a lot for y'all. Not even just around the retrograde. It comes out all the time. Like, as far as people always are trying to return to your energy. That's what I said. Like, Libra, you are ruled by Venus. You're very charismatic. You are the planet of love, harmony, and relationships. Like, you are the type of person that people want to be in a relationship with. Like, you bring a different type of love than they have ever received. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Libra. Taurus is also ruled by Venus. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's why this clinging card coming out and return coming out, it doesn't surprise me at all. Somebody that you are attached to, well, they're attached to you, but somebody that you're involved with could be very clingy. And then you could have a past person that wants to return. Or this could be the same person. We're going to find out. For real. All right. What's perspective? Oh, wow. That came right out. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Taurus energy here. Okay. There is somebody, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody is maybe feeling like they're looking at things from a different perspective because they can't provide. Maybe somebody doesn't have the best financial situation right now, or somebody could have just lost a job. But the King of Pentacles in the reverse is also somebody that's like selfish with their money. This is somebody that doesn't intend to share their means with you, or this isn't somebody that'll like look out for you first before they look out for themselves. What else is the King of Pentacles in the reverse? Also, somebody is like selfish. It's not even just that. This could be a jealous person as well. Like, if you have something more financially or just like more materialistic things than this person, they could be envious of that. What else with the King of Pentacles in the reverse? Yeah. Somebody could or I'm not gonna lie, another thing I'm picking up on, somebody could feel like you're better off without them because they can't be that provider for you. They can't bring what you bring to the table or better. You know what I mean? Eight of Wands in the reverse. Wow, you can have somebody blocked. Literally, y'all could not be speaking right now. And somebody could be like, all right, Libra is definitely cool without me. Like, they're better off without me. I couldn't really provide like they wanted to anyways. Yeah, but somebody is stuck. Like, however, this is like a constant thought that keeps going to their head. It's definitely some type of like stagnation there. Also, Eight of Wands in the reverse. Somebody could have been trying to get in touch with you. They could have reached out, but I feel like they were redirected because either you ignored them or you want to know something. Either you ignored them and you responded and then they ignored you. Because I feel like maybe, like I said, it got to somebody's head like, damn, I shouldn't even have reached out to Libra. And now that Libra responded, I don't even know what to say. Like, never mind. Libra's better off without me. I feel like somebody really got in their head. Not a third party. I feel like whoever this person is, they really got in their own head. I should have worded it like that. What's Eight of Wands in the reverse? King of Cups in the reverse. Wow. This person is like really cold towards you now. And it's giving like really bitter energy. I feel like don't come off bitter. Like if you weren't in the shape to like be a provider or be like a good person, don't come off like selfish and rude. King of Cups in the reverse is somebody that doesn't have their emotions intact. They're not emotionally intelligent. They don't know how to deal with other people's feelings. They only care about their own. And I don't like that. So yeah, you were better off without this person, just period. And yeah, I feel like if you do have this person blocked, it was for a reason. You probably started seeing that. What's mistakes? Misunderstood. The World. Oh my God, a major arcana. We love a major. The cycle is complete. Something in your life just ended. Like with somebody. It could have been with somebody. It could have been a job. There is something in your life. The cycle is complete and it wrapped up. And I feel like for a long time, you've been feeling misunderstood. You've always felt like a victim in situations. And this lost soul, a part of the card, and how this person is alone, just like in the look, all the flowers around her, and then looking up at the moon. I feel like your intuition has always known there's something about you that just stands out, and maybe that's why you're always alone a lot. Like there's just something about you that feels like a lost soul. Not a lot of people understand you, so it's really best that you flow alone. And it's crazy because the World coming out with that is really just showing me you're wrapping up cycles with people that don't understand you. Anybody that feels like, oh no, this was a mistake, they have to go. Literally. Any mistakes that you feel like you made, you're like, oh, okay, I'm closing the cycle with them because I'm not trying to make any more. Okay, Libra, I feel like you're doing good during this retrograde. I'm not going to lie. What else with the World? And also, the World card coming out after that, I feel like you completely wrapped the cycle up with that person. There is no more to come now because you're getting good luck. You're getting good fortune coming to you. And you're looking at the world in a different way. There goes that judgment, but it's coming out in a more positive light now. You are viewing the world differently. Look, Eight of Cups, you're focused on your spiritual journey and you're focused on yourself. That's what I'm saying. You're learning more about yourself too. And I'm also seeing you're learning how you are in the world. Like, you ever hear that quote, take yourself on a date, learn yourself, like spend time with yourself, really learn yourself? I feel like that's literally what you're doing. You're seeing what you're like when you're out alone, single, everything that you've learned spiritually, intuition wise and everything, how much you've leveled up in life. I truly do feel like you're seeing what you're like around others. Yeah, just period. Or anybody that ever, any mistakes that you ever feel like you made, you're finally forgiving yourself for that. And you're like, yeah, this is a part of my journey. Forgiving myself is a part of my journey. And that's making your world look different as well. What else? Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, Capricorn, Taurus again. Somebody could, some of you guys could be planning something financially. Like you could be either looking for a new job. There could be some curiosity about where your future is going as far as your finances or just your life in general. The Knight of Pentacles is like you're putting effort towards something, but you're really taking your time so you can make sure that it's right. So maybe you guys are like, do I really want to go for this job? Am I going here? Do I want to travel here? Do I want to move here? This could also be somebody moving, okay? Yeah. For some of you guys, you could be wondering if somebody is going to reach out to you about something, either a place to move or a job. But yeah, let's move on to Nourish. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh. Some of you guys may really pamper yourselves a lot, and now you're in some type of debt. Maybe you owe money towards something. I'm literally seeing like somebody can have like a Afterpay or like a Sheen card or like something like that, and they owe money on it. You're like, okay, you know, I'm having that self-growth, but at the same time, I've been spending too much. I nourished myself too much. What else with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse? Also, this could be, a lot of you guys could be like very giving people, and I feel like you always want other people to feel nourished too. Like, okay, I want you to feel good about yourself. I want you to feel like you're having a good day too. So what can I do to make you have a good day as well? And I feel like maybe you always feel like you have to nourish to other people, but if you're sharing all the food from your plate, by the time you look back down at the plate, you're not gonna have nothing on it. So please keep that in mind. What else? Knight of Cups. A lot of you guys could be being very like romantic, okay, with somebody. There could be a romantic gesture that you're going to give somebody this month, or a romantic offer coming into you. This is Pisces energy. Let's get a little further. What else with the Knight of Cups? Is this somebody or is this Libra? Five of Wands in the reverse. Okay, Pisces energy. Wow. Okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There could be a water sign here that doesn't want to argue with you. They don't want to fight anymore. They kind of want to clear the air, clear the tension with the Five of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, they don't want to argue anymore. What else with the Five of Wands in the reverse? And maybe somebody feels like they're having a self-growth moment or whatever. And they could be realizing like, okay, I do feel like I owe this to Libra in some type of way to come with this apology or romantic gesture, or just simply spilling out my feelings. The Knight of Cups is somebody rushing in to tell their emotions or show an emotional gesture. So most of the time that can mean affection with like roses, whatever. But it doesn't have to be. But the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, this person feels like they owe you that. Yeah. Maybe somebody really did do some type of like soul searching and they've really grown in some type of way. So if you ever fell out with any water sign and you feel like they owed you something, I feel like coming this month, they could be giving you what you have been thinking about. What's clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying for Libra? Who's clinging? What's clinging, obsessing, spying? Three of Cups. Yeah, this water sign, I feel like they could be telling their feelings about how they feel about you with other people, with third parties, with this Three of Cups here. This person could also be a drinker. You guys could have the same friend group. You don't have to, but yeah, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody is definitely clinging onto your energy still. You could have met this person at a party. You could see them at a party this month as well. It could be somebody's birthday. It could be somebody's birthday. The Three of Cups is all about celebrations, okay? What else? Whoa. What was that? That was the Strength card. I can't reach it, y'all. Sorry. Whew. Okay, Strength card. What else was clinging in the Strength? Six of Wands. There could be a Leo that is really clinging onto your energy, and they could talk about you a lot with other people, and I feel like they're trying to succeed maybe with something sexually when it comes to you. That's why they're clinging onto your energy. The Strength card, that just came up in who's reading? Capricorns. Yeah, this could be you having inner compassion towards yourself to not be still obsessing or spying over someone. And the fact that you are getting past that and you're just celebrating life more, you could be feeling like, wow, I did come out victorious, because maybe sometimes it's something within you that feels like you want to just check up on somebody's page, or you want to do something. You still feel that pull, or you still feel like somebody's clinging onto your energy. So something is drawing you to go look somebody up, or whatever the case may be. I feel like you're not doing that anymore. Or this is a water sign or a fire sign, and that's what they're doing with you, but maybe they're finally getting over it. What's return? What's return? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Swords in the reverse. Excuse me. What else with the Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles? Ace of Swords. You're going to get some type of clarity when somebody tries to return and make an amends with you. Because somebody has been losing sleep like real bad. There is like one piece of truth. There's one piece of information that you were dying to know, or there's some type of piece of clarity that you never got. And I feel like somebody's making the return to give you that. It could be about finances. It could be about money, but it doesn't have to be. Also, this could be a family member. This doesn't even have to be something romantic. Okay. Yeah, somebody's definitely been losing sleep over this as well. So just know this Ace of Swords, there's going to be some type of truth revealed this month. And I hope you guys are prepared because I don't know why. I feel like it's going to be something that you really didn't expect. Also, if some of you guys are owed any type of inheritance or something like that, there could be some type of light being shed about that. What else with the Ace of Swords? Anything else that you could reveal? Seven of Swords energy. Okay, something deceptive happened. There was some type of like something that was hidden from you. And it needs to be brought to light. Yeah, and that's why the truth is coming out. Seven of Swords is trickery, deception. Somebody that was very, very strategic in hiding something and keeping something from you. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This is also somebody that can be a thief. So if something was stolen from you, I feel like you're going to find out and hopefully you can get it returned. But even if you can't, you're going to at least find out who did it. You're going to definitely get the truth about that. So, Libra. Whew. This was a lot. This was a lot. It was like, what's going on? But anyways, nevertheless, this was your reading. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated in some type of way. I will see you next time. I love y'all. And please keep kicking this retrograde ass. You got it. Don't fall into no old patterns. And please have that self-awareness. Look in the mirror and see you, not what you see in the mirror. Okay. I love y'all and I'll see y'all next time. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Did I say that already? I don't remember. It don't matter. All right. Bye.